Hey, so I got 1,000 things I want to talk about, but I can only do it in 9 minutes. So anyway, yesterday was an extremely rough day, and I don't know what to do at this point. So I'm just reaching out if there's anybody out there that has any way of helping me with how to deal with a parent with dementia and some of the behaviors lately. What I'm starting to understand lately is that he's flat out lying because he really desperately wants to be in a truck and going somewhere and getting around. And I mean, after he blew his motor out of his truck, he's been going insane trying to get all of his other half a dozen trucks running and wanting to go to the bank, wanting to see if he can get a loan, which I'm like, Dad, you don't need to go in debt. you really need to stay out of debt. He doesn't want to just stay put and be happy and to just live. He wants to constantly be on the go, constantly going somewhere. So, and that's not so much the issue as much as, like, when I was talking to another person, they said that he's doing this for you. It's like, I've told him clearly I don't want that house up there. And I do not want the house up there at all. So he's telling people that he's doing that for me. He's not doing that for me. I mean, if he kicks the bucket, and first thing I'm going to do is get rid of that house up there. I don't want it. I don't have any desire for it. For some reason, he's tied to the house that he never grew up in, but Grandma and Grandpa lived in, and Boots, and Ann, and all the others. I don't know. I don't understand it. Nobody understands it. Nobody understands why he wants to be up there. It's just horrifying to think that anybody want to live in there. He doesn't have running water, but he desperately wants to be up there. I thought maybe he wanted to get away from me, but he wants me to be up there. He wants me to be happy there. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be there. No. This place terrifies me. It disgusts me. I don't want to go too far into it, but hey, I just need to know what to do about his lying. Like yesterday, so he said that, Gene was going to be around and take care of him and let him borrow a truck, and that he'd be fine. Yesterday I was halfway home, and he called up and he said, it's over 2 hours going back home, and he calls up and says, well, the truck fell through. Like, what do you mean the truck fell through? You broke the truck? He's like, no, I was going to buy a truck, and I didn't because it was too expensive. I'm like, you told me that Gene had a truck for you. Anyway, so he lied about that. And then I had to turn around and drive all the way back up to pick him up and take him back home. 8 hours in the car. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I'm at wit's end. I begged him to take a shower or take a bath or whatever before we go because he has not taken a shower since, I don't know when. I really don't. I don't know. There's something about old people that don't want to take showers. He definitely does not want to. And I begged him because sitting in a car with him for 4 hours, I turn the air conditioner as cold as I can to keep the bacteria growth down because it's horrible. It's so bad. And he just won't do it. And all I can say is that after this, next time, if he wants to go up there, I'm not doing it. I'm not. Nope. Sorry. You've broken my trust. I hate to be so firm about it, but at the same time, he's lying to me, and he will not respect other people. Like, it's respectful to take a shower, but especially if you're going to be in a closed car with them for 4 hours. And I'm not going to keep a window open in the middle of summer or during, like yesterday, rain. I'm not doing that. I shouldn't have to make concessions for him. He needs to just, it's not going to kill him to take a shower. And actually it's good because if he gets cut, he's going to get an infection. I tried to tell him all these things several times. He doesn't listen. He just doesn't. I've told him several times, I don't want that house. I don't want anything to do with that house. I'm fine down here. And I wish he'd be fine down here. So guys, pray for me if nothing else. I don't know. I don't know what to do. And everybody who tells me like what I should do, I'm like, that involves kidnapping. I can't do that. I can't kidnap him and make him go to the doctors and get medicine for this. When I talk to him about it, he's like, there's no medicine for my brain. Yes, there is. I used to take Ritalin. I know there's medicine that can help you. He might have ADHD the way he's acting too. So, and then, you got to keep him there. And I'm like, well, that would be illegal detainment. You can't force somebody to stay somewhere. And then he keeps threatening he'll like hitchhike or walk. And then he's going to get stuck somewhere and he's going to be confused. Like the day he took off and drove somewhere and he was like 2.5 hours away, confused. He didn't know where he was. He didn't know how to get home. That's when I bought the tracker to put in the truck. Well, I don't know how to buy a tracker to put inside of, like, to make him. I mean, he'll just take it out and throw it away. I don't know. And I'm not going to chip him or anything like a pet. But I don't know what to do. I mean, if you're out there and you're a person raising, I feel like I'm raising my dad. If you're dealing with a parent that's like 80 years old and dementia and ADHD and whatever else is going on with his head, let me know. Let me know what to do, because I really need some help. And you know, you don't understand unless you go through it, and I don't know anybody else that's gone through it or is going through it. So, other than that, I mean, I did watch I've been watching some of, they're on YouTube. It's Mr. Merlin. It's not a wizard show, or it's not a show about, well, it is a wizard show, but I mean, it's a comedy back in 1980, 1981, around that era. I watched it when I was a kid, and I loved it. Well, one of the episodes last night, or the episode I watched last night, was where Zach was learning how to teleport himself from Mr. Merlin. And so, you know, of course, he's a teenager, so he's going to abuse these powers he keeps learning about. But, you know, for Mr. Merlin's like, don't use it, and he does it anyway. Well, I mean, he was abusing it. I don't want to spoil it for you, but he was abusing it. Like, he got in a fight, and he kept on popping out of the place while the guy kept on punching the walls, basically. And so he became, like, famous for people not being able to beat him up. And it was a one-on-one private thing, so it wasn't like everybody else saw him pop out of place. Anyway, so, like, the thing I want to talk about that was, you know how nowadays men are demanding they get to go in and shower or whatever. They get to go into women's locker rooms and bathrooms. That wouldn't have flied back in 1980. You'd have been either beaten to death by somebody like a man, or the cops would have arrested you and put you in jail, put you on some kind of sex offender, whatever it is. They would have had you in prison for going into a bathroom where women go. That's not allowed. Things have changed so much since 2020. It's just a sign. If you're not seeing that we're in the end, you're asleep. And I'm sorry, but that's the truth. There's so much going on right now that you're closing your eyes and hiding your head in the sand if you don't see it. I see signs all the time that we're at the end. Maybe it's just because I've been around for a long time, but I know that this has got to be the last year. I'm not just saying that because I'm desperately hoping that this all fix itself with my dad. I'm looking for, you know, I'm preparing for the long haul. I mean, I just sold a house and I could go out and spend all the money because, you know, I have been spending a little bit more than normal because I'm like, finally I get to buy stuff. But I've been, even then I'm like buying like stuff that's on sale. So I'm like, you know, I'm still being frugal. But hey, just know that even though, I mean, like right now I feel like I'm in a crisis and it feels crazy and I don't know what to do, but all I can do is just trust that, you know, God will give me the wisdom and the integrity and not to be a coward. Like whenever I stand like, oh, nope, I'm not taking you. I got to be strong. And that's like, oh, that seems so mean. No, that's called standing up, having a backbone, not being a coward. Because sometimes you got to make the tough decisions. It's like raising kids. When they want to do something so bad, you're not the mean parent if you tell them no. You're watching out for their best interest. And for my dad, I got to watch out for his best interest. And his best interest is not to be up there without a vehicle, without water, you know. I don't need that. He don't need that. That's not safe for him. And he's not thinking straight. And he gets mad, he starts yelling. I have to deal with that and just go out and take a walk. That's all I can do. He just gets so mad when I say no to him. Just like a teenager that's older than me. So if you have any help for that, let me know. Otherwise, I'm praying for the rapture today. I mean, it's, you know, soon and very soon. We are going to see the King. I hope I see you guys next time in the air. Have a great day. Oh yeah, I just started learning how to do live videos, so be on the lookout for that. But I keep them kind of short because, number one, attention spans. Number two, my dad will start walking and go, who are you talking to? He doesn't understand. He doesn't grasp that concept. Even though he probably watched the Jetsons, he doesn't understand that you could talk to somebody without having the phone up to your ear. I do that all the time. Like when I'm talking to my mom, I'll talk to her with her on speakerphone. He'll just walk in and start talking to me. I'm going, hey, I'm on the phone. He's like, I don't see you on the phone. I'm going, he doesn't understand. He just doesn't grasp that concept. So, all right, well, you have a great day. Keep me in your prayers, please. And if you have anything that I need to pray for you, please let me know. I think that's important that we all pray for each other. I'm going to start walking back now because there is a, what is it called? Flea market? There's a flea market the first Saturday of the month. I didn't see the sign yesterday when I drove by it coming home, but it may have been on the other side. But it's from 8 to 1, I think. So I can't stay out here too long. And I did come out here before sunrise, like 6 o'clock. I came out here at 6 o'clock, nice and dark. It wasn't many people. My gosh, look how many people there are now. This is crazy. But it's Saturday. What do you expect? People trying to get that last beach trip in. And here I am babbling on past 10 minutes. Thanks for those who stayed with me and wasted that 11 minutes with me. Have a great day.